Alright, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about what the new LR Gogeta and Broly's leader skills and link set could look like, because of course we did get the reveal of the LR Gogeta and Broly last night for the 9th year anniversary live stream, and I think we got like a week until they drop, so there's a lot of time in between to speculate on these new LRs, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. So I guess with all that said, we can go ahead and get right into it. Now I'm pretty sure the Gogeta is going to be a Carnival LR, and then the Broly is going to be a Dokkan Fest LR, so for the sake of this video, that's how we're going to be building their leader skills and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. If the Gogeta does end up being a Dokkan Fest, I mean, I guess we can talk about this just for the sake of the video. I'd probably want his leader skill to be like, I mean, I'm just going to do 2 categories instead of 3. For Broly's, I have 3 categories because he's on more weak teams. But for Gogeta, I'm just going to do 2 categories that he leads for 170%, and then we'll do 2 for 30%. I'd say probably like time limit, and then Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So I want to get one weak team in here just so that can get a little bit of representation. And one of Gogeta's teams that's not really the craziest is Time Limit. I know we got a lot of fusion units on here. You'd think it'd be a lot better, but honestly, it's not really that crazy. I mean, there's definitely good teams you could make if you have all these units on here, because then obviously you put like the 5th year anniversary fusions, 7th year anniversary, I guess fusions, and then, you know, like the Blue Goku and Vegeta. You could get a pretty solid team going, but I definitely think it at least needs a new lead. I mean, look at this. We got a 170% lead. So definitely Time Limit could use a new 170% lead, or I guess 200% lead. And then I would just throw Power Beyond Super Saiyan in there so his leader skill could actually be good. So you could have a lot more options with team building. You could have a lot more of these crazy LRs. I mean, look, you got Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You even got some good Extreme class units here if you want to throw the Rose Goku Black in there. So I think Time Limit and Power Beyond Super Saiyan would be a really good leader skill for him if he's going to be a Dokkan Fest. The extra 30% could be like, I mean, like superheroes, and then maybe Kamehameha or something basic like that. Something kind of broad, so a lot of the units on both Time Limit and Power Beyond Super Saiyan would obviously be on those categories as well. But again, we're under the impression he is going to be a Carnival LR, so I'm going to keep it very simple. Just straight up superheroes. I think superheroes does need probably a better lead. I mean, Piccolo and Gohan, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, Piccolo's, you know, in contention for the best unit in the game. But Gohan, I don't know. You can't really run 2 of him on the team. Obviously, for using him as a lead, you have to bring him as a friend lead as well. Bringing 2 of this guy can be kind of tricky because after he loses that guard, and maybe if you don't really get that lucky with getting Ki with him to build up, defensively, he's not really going to be the best. And then Orange Piccolo, he is good, but from what I remember, his extra 30%, yeah, I mean, it's Bond and Master and Disciple movie heroes, so that's not bad, but there are a good amount of characters on this category that aren't going to be on those 2 categories. So just getting a straight 200% with a new Carnival LR Gogeta, I think definitely would be very good. I mean, there's a lot of good team builds you could get here, right? I don't think his team would be bad at all just because it's like one category. I think there's still so much you could do here. Obviously, the easy A's for this anniversary as well are probably going to center around Tournament of Power. I know that might not make a lot of sense if we get like a Beast for Part 2, but keep in mind, the theme for this is not like movies or anything like that. It's Dragon Ball Super. So, you know, we're getting an easy A for the LR STR UI Goku. We're probably definitely going to get an easy A now for the 6th year anniversary LRs during Part 3 or Part EX, however they want to handle that. And then, I mean, realistically, we got a couple options here from Tournament of Power. There's the physical Kaioken Blue Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. There is the Tech Jiren, who's not on superheroes, but he would be on super bosses. And a lot of other Tournament of Power units that could easy A. So all of those units would obviously fit on superheroes and would just make the Gogeta's team even crazier. So I definitely think that would be a good lead for Gogeta. The team is already solidified, and we'd be getting a lot more buffs for that team during the celebration. I mean, even if we do get a Beast Gohan for Part 2, he would be on superheroes. If it ends up being a UI Goku and a Jiren, which I definitely think is possible. I think right now it's 50-50 between UI Goku and Jiren and Beast and Cell Max. But if we end up getting a UI Goku, obviously he would be on superheroes as well, and he would be buffing this Gogeta. And I think, if I'm being honest, would a new UI Goku probably work better with this Gogeta than a Beast? I'm not entirely sure. I guess it does kind of depend, because UI Goku is going to have the Tournament of Power links, which obviously he's not going to share with Gogeta, but I don't know, what is Ultimate Gohan's link set looking like? Okay, I guess we can pull it up right here, because, I mean, we can kind of compare Blue Gogeta's and Ultimate Gohan's link set, because Ultimate Gohan's might be a little different, because obviously he's going to be Beast, not Ultimate, but it's going to be around the same. So right now, I mean, yeah, they're sharing like Legendary Power, Fierce Battle. They got Kamehameha. And then that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so a Beast and a Blue Gogeta probably wouldn't link that great. But if we got a new UI Goku, I think UI Gokus are on like Warrior Gods and stuff like that, right? Like over in a flash, I think. I'll have to check. Honestly, I don't ever use UI Gokus. If I'm being completely real with you, I have not used the UI Goku in a long time. They're not really that great right now, at least in the game. Yeah, he is on over in a flash. He's got Godly Power, not Warrior Gods. But they could probably throw Warrior Gods in there just to make him link a little bit better with, you know, the new LR Gogeta that we're going to be getting. And obviously, that's his link set after he transforms into blue. Once he's in his Super Saiyan state, here, we can pull this guy up because he's probably going to have the exact same link set as this, only just with Legendary Power instead of, I don't know, one of these links. Probably Legendary Power instead of like over in a flash or something. So this is going to be his link set, pre-transformed. And then once you get the transformation into blue, it's probably going to look exactly like this. So another thing to keep in mind, our boy 5th year anniversary Gogeta is going to be getting a buff. So that's definitely a huge W. So much going on with this guy. He's going to be in such a good spot. That's the main thing I'm trying to get here. His superheroes team is going to be good if that's his 200%. Most of his teams are in a solid spot right now, but a few of them like Time Limit, maybe Realm of Gods, Fusion, could definitely use a better lead. So if they want to do something with that, I definitely wouldn't complain. I just think superheroes makes the most sense because obviously that's pretty much the theme of the celebration. Superheroes and super bosses, which is a category they're going to be introducing, by the way, if you guys aren't aware of that. But anyway, it's enough about Gogeta. Let's get into BROLY. I don't know where he is because I pulled up so many damn tabs. Oh, right here. Okay. So we got BROLY. BROLY is going to be a Dokkan Fest LR. So what I'm saying for his leader skill is full power, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Exploding Rage for the 170%, and then the extra 30% would be Pure Saiyans and then Gifted Warriors. Pure Saiyans and Gifted Warriors is pretty broad. See, what I tried to do with his leader skill, I tried to make it benefit Extreme Class as much as possible, but I mean, if we're being completely honest, the only real categories that he would be helping for Extreme Class would be like movie bosses, Gifted Warriors, I guess, because you got Freezes and then the Piccolos, and then like, I mean, I guess Transformation Boost. There, let's check this out. This does have some good Extreme Class units on it. Yeah, actually, wow, it's majority Extreme Class. Okay, well, never mind, hang on. I might want to switch that up a little. Because while this BROLY is definitely more of a, I don't want to say more of a super class unit, but you're going to be running him on super class teams more often than extreme class teams. But I still want to make him just as good as possible for extreme class overall. Because, of course, we don't really get major extreme class LR releases like this, but once every year, typically, for Worldwide Download Celebration. So getting an extreme class unit headlining, especially as a Dokkan Fest, is definitely very good. This is something we like. So like I mentioned, I want to make him as beneficial for extreme class as possible. So instead of full power, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, and Exploding Rage, I mean, yeah, I guess it can be full power, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, and then Transformation Boost as the 170% leads, because that'll throw a lot more extreme class units under this guy's leader skill, which obviously is good because we want more extreme class buffs. So yeah, I guess that's probably the best scenario for his leader skill. At least having Transformation Boost in there is because that's probably the best extreme class team that he's on, really, maybe minus movie bosses. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good lead for him in terms of the 170%. And then the extra 30%, I put Pure Saiyans and Gifted Warriors because, I mean, again, there's not really a lot of extreme class teams here that we could really work with. I mean, you know, I guess Gifted Warriors will get a good amount of extreme class units under his 200%. Like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be the Freezes, the Piccolos, or at least like the World Tournament Piccolos. But I don't know. I mean, you know, that's not that many. Most of the extreme class units are only going to be under a 170% leader skill. So BROLY isn't going to be as beneficial for extreme class as I'd like. But as long as he leads Transformation Boost, they'll at least be under his leader skill. So if we really have to run them, I mean, we'll run like the good extreme class units that don't need a 200% under his leader skill, and then his team will be very good. But majority of the time, you're probably going to be running him next to a lot of other, like, you know, Goku and Vegeta units or Gogeta and Vegito units because he's leading Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So obviously a lot of those crazy units are going to be on there, or at least I hope he leads Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So yeah, you can see here all the crazy anniversary Worldwide Download Celebration headlining units. You even got the Dragon Ball Heroes units on here. So these are most of the units you're going to be using with the BROLY. But still, extreme class, I mean, you know, it's nice when we get extreme class buffs. I'll say that. So I'm really hoping Transformation Boost or I mean, I guess movie bosses is somewhere in his leader skill because those are the 2 extreme class teams he's helping out the most. And then his link set. All right. So I don't think there's a single Dragon Ball Super Broly in the game, which isn't saying much because there's not that many Dragon Ball Super Brolys in the game. But I don't think there's a single one that has movie bosses. Or, not the, sorry, that has big bad bosses. Sorry, it's because I'm pulling up movie bosses to look for the Brolys, so I said that. Yeah, I don't think there's a single one that has big bad bosses. So there's this Broly, does not have big bad bosses. There's this Banner Unit one, the STR one. Yeah, he does not have big bad bosses. There's the free-to-play one. Okay, they never give free-to-play units big bad bosses. So, yeah, this guy doesn't have it. And then, is there any other Brolys? Oh, yeah, there's the AGL one. And then I think that's it in terms of Dragon Ball Super Broly. I mean, there is the Broly Chi-Line Lemo, which we'll talk about that in a second. But that's a whole nother thing. But, yeah, this AGL one does not have big bad bosses. So, unfortunately, none of the Dragon Ball Super Brolys have big bad bosses. So, I highly doubt he's going to have that link. But like I said, I want him to be as beneficial to Extreme Class as possible. So, if they do throw big bad bosses in there, I mean, I think it would make sense because they gave these guys big bad bosses. But why the hell would this make sense? This is just Dokkan nonsense, really, because it's a Broly, Chi-Line, and Lemo. I mean, Chi-Line and Lemo, do they make this card get big bad bosses? No, obviously not. It's because Broly's there. So if Broly's the reason this card has big bad bosses, why don't these guys have big bad bosses? Like, I don't know. It's just a nonsense Dokkan pull sometimes. So would make a lot of sense for the new LR Broly to have big bad bosses. And of course, it would be very good for Extreme Class because then he's linking a lot better with a lot of these top tier Extreme Class units. But what's most likely going to happen is he's probably not going to have big bad bosses. And his linking partners really aren't going to be that crazy right now. I mean, of course, he's got some good linking partners. I mean, he's got, you know, some sand links here. So obviously he's got a pretty good setup as it is. But in terms of someone who he shares all his links with and, you know, the other unit's still really good in modern content, he's going to struggle a little. Now, I guess what they can do, I completely forgot about this, they could introduce super bosses right away. They don't got to wait till part 2 or anything like that. I don't know why I thought maybe they'd do that, but that really wouldn't make any sense. So they introduced that category. They have Broly lead it, which obviously would be good. That would be helping a lot of Extreme Class units out. All the Goku Blacks, which still kind of need the help. All the Zamasus. We have the Hits on there, who I think is on Extreme Class. And then the Jarens, who Jaren's not on Extreme Class, but he'd still work good on those teams. And then we'd have the Golden Freezes, the Beerus's. All those units would be under this guy's leader skill. Obviously, that would be very good. But this guy really wouldn't link like insanely well with them. So yeah, I think him having big bad bosses, it's a pretty big deal because then that makes him not only look more impressive because obviously the extra 25% the stats, but then it makes him work a lot better with these Extreme Class units, which like I've said for like the 5th time now, that's really the main value I see in this Broly, is him working better with Extreme Class units and making Extreme Class just better as a whole. So it's pretty much all I have to say. I think Broly and Gogeta both have a lot of potential to be great for the game. Gogeta specifically is going to be in such a good spot, but Broly could be very good for Extreme Class and make it a lot more well-rounded and just easier to use, right? So that has been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want the leader skill of Broly and Gogeta to look like. I guess just to recap really quick, Gogeta's leader skill, I'm saying, is going to be a straight 200% to superheroes, and then the Broly's leader skill is going to be full power, Power Beyond Super Saiyan and Transformation Boost, 170%, and then the extra 30% is the Pure Saiyans and Gifted Warriors. And then if we're throwing super bosses in there, I guess it'd probably be like super bosses, full power, and then Transformation Boost, 170%, and then the extra 30% be like Pure Saiyans and Gifted Warriors. That would make his team a little bit worse because Power Beyond Super Saiyan wouldn't be there, but because we've got super bosses in his leader skill instead, it still gives a lot more options on his team, a lot more Extreme Class options at that, which will make his team a little bit better for Extreme Class. So once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.